This video is brought to you by 80 Ways Media. Check us out. Yo, what's good, man? Today I got a crazy one for y'all. Your boy, NBA Youngboy, has just entered into his plea, his federal plea, and now we're about to read up on some details. If you don't know, I'm really weak from 80 Ways Media. Please drop a like, comment, share, subscribe, and thank you for watching the video. But a little bit of a backstory on NBA Youngboy. NBA Youngboy grew up in Louisiana, Baton Rouge or Shreveport, whichever one you want. And of course, those are crime-ridden cities, and it's very gangster. And he had seems like he had a troubled childhood. He expresses that in his music. He sold drugs. He's shot people, whatever, you hear in his music. He expressed that he does that in real life, that it's not for fame. He has 9 or 10 children, maybe even more. So it just shows that there's a lot of pain, a lot of suffering or despair, and just separation from the things in life that aren't frowned upon. But if you look at it, he's actually doing a great job because he's making a lot of customers be accustomed to his music. So a lot of people go through the same thing and they feel like NBA Youngboy is them. They are NBA Youngboy. So one of the main things that he will do is he will rap and speak to somebody else's demographic. So whether you're a young kid that wants to grow up into gangster life and hustling, or whether you're somebody who's already done it, NBA Youngboy has something for both of y'all because he started young, and then as he was young, he's turned into a sort of a young OG. If you look at his YouTube, and he has so many hits, his YouTube views, and he's just making videos inside of his backyard or in front of his house or inside of his house. And the songs slap. So you can't really say anything about him because he's done so good in music. I'm not gonna lie, my first impression when I heard NBA Youngboy, I thought it was a gimmick, somebody trying to make it become a rapper by using the NBA as their first name. So I didn't really listen to him. Also, I'm a little bit older, but I will have more videos, more in depth onto NBA Youngboy. But today we're just going to talk about his case. So let's get to it. And another thing that before I start on his case, another thing I want to say is this case stems from when he had the prescription drug being sent over state lines to him and the feds caught on, but he was already on probation. So it's a lot to unpack with NBA Youngboy. So this is just video one. I'm sorry I got to tell y'all that, but let's get to it. So what it says right here is Baton Rouge rapper NBA Youngboy expected to enter guilty plea in federal case. Why would he enter a guilty plea? Because once they got you, they got you. So let's do this. Rapper, performer, NBA Youngboy is intending to enter a guilty plea to have his federal weapons case transferred from Baton Rouge to Utah for further proceedings. Okay, so he caught a federal weapons case in Baton Rouge and he wants to transfer it to Utah. That's where he's been living at with the mountains and all that stuff. It actually looked quite cozy and peaceful. And you know what I'm saying? Hey, something different. He definitely needed something different, but and he can't, he still got baggage from his previous life. So it's hard to just transfer when you haven't closed those doors. Let's continue on. Gaulden is charged with count of possession of firearms by a convicted felon stemming from a 2020 music video shoot. So in a music video, you want to have props. You do not want to have real weapons in there. But of course, these rappers like to portray themselves as full-blown gangsters, and they don't want to do anything fake, and they want to let you know that they really do this stuff for real. Not for jokey joke, but for jokey joke keeps you out of jail. So I'm not mad at you. The old heads know his business. The young kids gonna say, "Oh, he's a joke. He's a bitch. He's a punk." But you making too much money. Put some props in it. We ain't gonna know the difference, man. Okay. Police rounded up the rapper and more than a dozen others after receiving reports that the group was waving guns on Chocktaw Drive, excuse me. Police alleged that Gaulden was in possession of a 9mm handgun as well as a .45 caliber Glock. Now, again, they allege this stuff. That does not necessarily mean that it's true. But if the feds come in, usually that means that it is actually true. And there's some things that need to be said about that, absolutely. Because If you don't speak on the fact that someone is saying something about him because he's always getting in trouble. So somebody's watching him very closely, and I think he should be more uh, subjected to his surroundings. So let's just do that. A second felony charge tied to the case for possessing a non-registered firearm was dismissed in March. So they did dismiss one. Ain't no telling what kind of lawyer you got, but they definitely dismissed one. That's a good thing. The rapper is considered a felon because of a 2016 shootout and is barred from possessing gun. Usually, a lot of felons do that are dealing with weapons do possess weapons and they use weapons. They don't just have them; they use them. So he used them and he got caught. And obviously, this was 8 years ago, 8 going on 9 years ago. He's only 24, or she's younger. So it's during the crash out era. So all right. So Chief Judge Shelley Dick has agreed to delay the case as a higher court considers whether a convicted felon second amended rights outweighs laws prohibiting felons from handling guns. Okay, I will be doing a video on that. What they're saying is that sometimes felons' rights, nonviolent felons, and nonviolent felons basically rights are being upheld. They're not, withheld. They're not being tried right. They have rights. They can possess a firearm. But in the court, they're going to rule against it, but they're actually right for bringing it up because it does make sense to bring it up. So, Attorney Findling was not immediately available for comment when contacted Friday afternoon. Having the case moved to Utah is likely the convenience for the rapper and his legal team since he's facing a number of charges. The officials say the rapper and several others participated in a large prescription drug ring that targeted several pharmacies across Utah. Gaulden was in Utah after Judge Dick granted his request to live out of state while Baton Rouge case placed out. So he's getting a lot of leniency from the feds, it would seem like. But, he just has a good lawyer and they're just making sure that he can do it in Utah. And then the fact that he can get his felony case from Baton Rouge sent to Utah too is crazy. You would think they would want those cases, but money talks. I'm pretty sure after these legal fees and stuff like that, he can see that network drop in half. But it's fine though, it's okay because he shot to the stars and he made it. But he can't leave his past alone. So I like NBA Youngboy and I like everything that he brings to the table. As far as what I think that he should do, my opinion on my review of this whole thing is, I honestly think that it's over. I think that he's going to be one of those rappers that he's going to be probably the best rapper of this era, the most selling rapper that's behind bars. He's probably got thousands of songs that he hasn't released, so he'll still continue to release music. But you have two cases with the feds and you have a Baton Rouge case. That's three separate cases. I will be covering all of them. Today, they're saying he's going to go into a guilty plea. I see him getting significant amount of time, but they might crunch it all down. I don't want to see this happen to him, man. We all have had family members and even personal issues where these cases go way over further than what they should have went to. So I pray for NBA Youngboy, and I hope that he will be okay because he does something for the young generation that the older generation can't do. And musically, we all want real stuff. We get tired of the whole kill him, shoot him dead. But, he's coming from Louisiana. That's what they want to hear. That's what they're about. So please, please have him in your prayers because he's going to need it. That's been the end of this video. This is your boy, Really Reek, dropping out. Please like and comment. Not going to beg, but I am going to ask. See you later.